Welcome to another video on Java programming. In this video, I am going to explain to you about the prime number program in Java. Now, this is the first program that you need to create in order to understand the working of Java programming language. Now, what I want to do is I want to print all the prime numbers below 100. Now, to do that, I have created a function named isPrime. Notice here isPrime is a function which takes integer, a number, as the input, and this is a boolean function. That means it will return something short of true or false. Now there are some conditions here. There is the first if condition, this is the second if condition, third if condition, and then the for loop. Now let's understand the program a bit. Notice I have created the if statement that if n is less than equal to 1, then it should return false. What is the meaning of this? Now, when you are inputting a number like 1, that means 1 is neither prime nor composite. So, any number that is equal to 1 or below 1 is not a prime number. So, that's why any number less than or equal to 1 is not a prime number. That means it should return false. Similarly, for n equals to 2, this is our next condition. If n is equal to 2, that means we have directly inputted 2, then it should return true because 2 is the first even prime number. So I need to check that whether our number is 2 or not. If 2, then it should return true. Similarly, if any number that I have taken is divisible by 2, that means n percentage 2 or n mod 2 equals to 0, then it should return false, because if a number is divisible by any number other than 1 and itself, then it is not a prime number. The definition of a prime number is that the number should be divisible by 1 and itself. So if you are taking a number that is divisible by any other number other than 1 and itself, then it should not be a prime number. So that's why I have checked that in this condition. If n percentage 2, that means if n divided by 2, if it is equal to 0, that means the remainder we get is equal to 0, then we know that the number is divisible by 2. So if it is divisible by 2, then it should return false. Now then the main program starts, that is the for loop. So we don't need to check whether our inputted number, that is n, is divisible by 2 or 3 or 4. We don't need to check line by line. We can do that using the for loop. So I have initialized it from 3. It should go to the square root of n. That means I will check all the numbers that are divisible by n. So n is divisible if any of, in this case, if any of the number is divisible by n, then it should return false. That means I have to go through the square root of n, because as we know in multiplication, you know that 2 times 9 is 18. Similarly, 9 times 2 is also 18. So once you have checked 2 times 9 is 18, so that means the factors of 18 are 2 and 9. Simple thing. Similarly, when you say 9 into 2 is equal to 18, that means both these statements, that means 2 into 9 is equal to 18 and 9 into 2 is equal to 18 are both the same. We get same factors in both the situations. So we don't need to check it again. We can go till the square root of n. So in order to prevent the duplication of code. Now I have initialized it from 3. It should go to the square root of n, and it should be incremented in terms of 2, because I have already checked whether a number is divisible by 2 or not. I don't need to check whether a number is divisible by 4, whether a number is divisible by 6. I don't need to check for every even number. Okay. For that, I have incremented our iteration value by 2 each time it enters the loop. Now, simple thing, our number, if our number is divisible by I, then it should return false. Simple thing, otherwise all these statements, if all these statements fail, then it should return true. This is our entire is prime method. Now, in order to print all the prime numbers below 100, I have initialized another for loop, but this time inside the main method. For loop starting from 2, because I know that 2 is the first prime number. So 2 till 100. Now I plus plus, each time it checks whether a number is prime or not. Now this is here, if is prime of I is true, then system.out.println, that means it should print the number, that is iteration value, each time it checks true. So if our number is prime, then it should print, otherwise it should not print. So let's run our program to see the output. See, I am using NetBeans for this. You can use any other IDE of your choice. Now notice we got all the prime numbers below 100, starting from 2 and till 97. Because within 100 or below 100, 97 is the last prime number that we will get. So this is all about the prime number program. This is the sequence in which you should test. This is a basic prime number program, but there are other methods in which you can define your prime methods. But for now, let us understand that this is one such method in which we can print all the prime numbers in a particular range. That's it for this video. I hope you like it. If you do really like it, then please hit like and subscribe. And thank you. Bye bye.